Howdy, and welcome back to the Texas Bucket List. Next up, we cruise into College Station for a course on cattle. Every year, Texas A&M holds the beef cattle course, and it brings in ranchers from all over the Lone Star State. But the best part about this class is it finishes with a meal. When it comes to life here in the Lone Star State, there is one thing Texas is known for. Beef.
Oh boy.
From the massive meat portions at the Big Texan in Amarillo, the pristine presentation at the Perini Ranch in Buffalo Gap, or the line foreman plate-filling fine steaks of Leona, you can find a fine filet just about anywhere between the Sabine and the Rio Grande. But before those big slabs of beef can be brought to the table, they have to be raised by the hardworking ranchers of our great state.
Texas is known for beef, and Texas is beef country.
Davey Griffin is a professor and extension meat specialist at Texas A&M, and every year he teaches cattle raisers the most recent methods of making marvelous meat.
Obviously you guys get ranchers from all over the state of Texas, but is there ever one where you're like, oh my gosh, they're here?
It's hard to name some and not the others, because there's so many that are part of the history of the state of Texas.
His classroom sessions are just a small part of the Texas A&M Beef Cattle Short Course, a Texas livestock tradition that started in 1942 and brings in producers from all over the planet.
You've got all kinds of different sizes of operations, sizes of ranches, here to learn, here to teach each other about how to raise better product.
Our ranchers need to produce the best quality product that they can, and so that's the goal of the Beef Cattle Short Course.
Jason Clear coordinates the three-day event.
Everybody knows that beef cattle's in town because of all the pickup trucks and all the hats. We even have to have hat parking.
Considering Texas has over 133,000 ranches, that's a lot of hats.
We'll have a lot of new people, and then we'll have some people that come every year, because they say, we just always want to pick up just some more, something else that you might say that you didn't say last time. Well, the first thing we got to do is...
This course consists of more subjects on sirloin than there are cuts of meat on a cow. From soil fertility, breeding, nutrition, fence building, and farming, no stone is left unturned when it comes to the teaching of topics. But when you have this many ranchers in one place, you have to feed them. And chances are, you can guess where this is going.
There's no chicken here.
The most popular event at the Beef Cattle Short Course is a dinner that people who don't even have cattle will gladly pay the cost of admission to chow down.
You don't have to have cattle. They don't check at the door to see if you have them or not.
The prime rib dinner, you ask anybody, if they've been to the Beef Cattle Short Course or heard of it, they're going to tell you that famous Texas Aggie prime rib dinner.
It all starts with 120 ribeyes, slowly cooked on campus in some fancy university cookers.
The cook on this is about 9 hours. Is how long it takes to really, truly do them really slowly. And that's one of the things that makes this just a little bit different from the way a lot of people would do this.
Each cut of beef is carefully prepared by students.
I have to admit, our graduate students have become kind of prime rib, I don't want to say snobs, but kind of.
Cooking all the beef is the easy part. It's when it's time to open up the feed line that a little bit of fear starts to set in.
Until we cut that first one, and I see and I know I have a lot of confidence in this, but until I see that first one cut, I'm a little nervous, just to be honest. Yeah, I'll just have to admit it.
The challenge is that as soon as they enter those doors to get in line, you can smell that prime rib coming through there.
With the who's who of Aggieland on hand and a line that goes long into the Memorial Student Center, the moment of truth arrives.
Beef is, it's what's for dinner.
A simple meal consisting mostly of meat is dished out to a massive amount of people.
Presentation for us isn't about greenery and fancy stuff. Presentation is the size.
You know, there's some that are 25-inch ribeyes, which some of us might say, bring it on, you know, it's a big old ribeye.
First of all, the food is fabulous.
Beef sells because it is tasty.
Oh, it was delicious. Yeah.
No rabbit food, okay? We are, all about some meat and potatoes and making sure our iron is up.
Whether it's becoming a cattle producer or simply enjoying the fruits of their labor, attending the Beef Cattle Course is a culinary and cultural stop that's worth chewing cud for. and some prime rib too.
It has an excellent flavor and it's cooked, I mean, better than any prime rib I've ever had.
The level of teaching that goes on from these guys, it's incredible. You learn a lot.
For me, it's about meeting and seeing the people in the industry that we see every year. It's neat to, have that camaraderie and talk to folks and really reconnect over a great steak that I clearly had no issues eating.
If you have never been a part of the beef industry but have an interest in it, that there's an opportunity to see what's really going on with people that are producing that product for your dinner table. And you get to eat a little prime rib on top of it.